guys, today is episode number 2 of this Arsenal FIFA 23 career mode series. As you guys saw in the first episode, we beat Palace 2-1, we were dominant, we did very well. And West Ham were all dominant against us until Gabriel Jesus scored late on for the point, and then we've got Newcastle, and then we beat Newcastle 1-0, even though they were all over us. Matt Turner saved 2 penalties for us, and then we scored a penalty with Eddie Nketiah late on. Today we'll have Forest, PSV, and Manchester United in the next episode, probably later a bit, but in the final games of September. But hopefully we can start well. We're at the City Ground in the first game in today's episode. So for that youngster, man, he's now at 73, he's rising very high. I'm hoping to get his potential. Still very, very good indeed. He's 5-star as well, so he seems to be rising pretty high. Thank God Emily Smith-Rowe didn't go to PSG. I'm hoping Brooks will be a decent player if he ever comes in the first team. City Ground on Saturday against Nottingham Forest. Ahead of the European game on Thursday night against PSV. For this youngster. Forest on a point, us on 7, we're still unbeaten somehow. Well, after the win against Newcastle, Matt Turner will remain in goal. The second league game running. Tommy Asu will, pretty sad news to tell you guys about. He misses out completely as Rob Holding makes the bench. Trossard will start today's game. And Thomas Partey in, so Odegaard can get a wee rest. And Jack will become the captain for today's game. We're hoping that these changes will not affect us at the City Ground. Newcastle were all over us in that last league game with Newcastle. And we scored a penalty somehow. Gabriel Jesus does keep his place in this team. Somehow. But Gabriel Jesus! We need him to prove himself very wrong. But we're at the City Ground. This is the City Ground, a very nice looking stadium here in Nottingham. And the City Ground, I'm glad, is now in the game, of course, for Nottingham Forest. It's good to see the City Ground in the Barclays Premier League. Dean Henderson doesn't start in goal, I don't think he is. I think it's Hennessy. It looks like Hennessy. It is Hennessy, I'm pretty sure. But the City Ground now in the game is the City Ground in Nottingham. Don't get me wrong, guys, Nottingham Forest City Ground is a stadium I would love to visit in real life at the moment. Poulsen looks like he's signed for them as Poulsen. They have a bunch. Do you know, guys, they've brought in about 29, 30 players since the start of the summer. Actual ridiculous. So here is the Nottingham Forest starting lineup. It is Wayne Hennessy in goal. We've only got a point so far. In the back four, it is Aurier, Nketiah, Obona, and Lode. In midfield, Danilo. In front of him is Mangala and Fruda. In front of them is Svoboda. And leading the line is Suarez and Poulsen. Steve Cooper has been a very, very busy man, the Welshman. My starting lineup. Matt Turner remains in goal after a clean sheet against Newcastle. Into the back four, in comes Zinchenko. In midfield, Thomas Partey and Trossard both come in. Up front, no changes either. But Odegaard does drop to the bench today. There's Martin Odegaard for the wee rest, probably. Matt Targett's looking to make 2 clean sheets in 2 games after a great clean sheet double penalty save against Newcastle. And Eddie Nketiah scored all winning from the spot, even though we didn't deserve it, probably. Let's go. Suarez. Forest on a point. We're on 7. We're still unbeaten in the Premier League with 2 wins and a draw so far. Looking to move on to double figures today. Ahead of the PSV game on Thursday evening. That will be a very cracking tie, I hope. PSV will be the hardest team in the group, but we've got to try and take our chances of doing it. Zinchenko into Trossard. Good to see Trossard starting today. But in central midfield here is. And here is Gabriel Martinelli. Hennessy with a save, but he couldn't get to the rebound. Well, nobody could. But Leandro Trossard is delighted he starts today, the Belgian international. Xhaka is our captain for today's game, soon Odegaard being on the bench. Zinchenko to Martinelli. Back to Zinchenko. Good block by Aurier. The City Ground, a very nice looking stadium. It's in from the court of Saka. So not a bad ball. Sakata away. Martinelli heads it down really well there this British season, but yeah, that was on the opening day of the Premier League season away to Crystal Palace. He's desperate to add his tally for the season so far. Ndeketa, Granit Xhaka and Jesus, all on the one goal for us so far. There's no other goal scorers. Is Suarez making his debut for Forest here today. And a good ball in, and Poulsen makes it 1-0 Forest. Another error at the back from Arsenal Football Club. And Poulsen, a former Leipzig striker, criticised by Suarez on his debut. And Poulsen has risen to the occasion. And Poulsen gets his second goal since joining Forest. The moment we're going to remain on 7 points, Forest are going to remove him in 3 points from us. It's going to be a very, very hard game at the City Ground. Kodo Saka. Bukayo Saka. Bono, well done. Suarez. There's Poulsen now. Great turn to Fulham. And Saliba trying to slide away, but it's a penalty to Forest. Handball by William Saliba, who's been actually pretty solid so far. Did that hit the hand? It did look it did. So 2 penalties against Newcastle to Matt Turner. It's Mateus Suarez again, and Matt Turner makes another penalty save. 3 out of 3. Guys, Matt Turner's faced 3 penalties so far this season. He saved every one of them. He's incredible doing well, the American international. He's desperate to do well in goals from saving penalties. Xhaka, well done Granit Xhaka, the captain this afternoon. We remain 1 down at the City Ground. It's into the middle, Ben White couldn't rise highest. Matt Turner, well done. With Saliba. Conceded the penalty bit thankfully. Matt Turner saved it. Martinelli into Zinchenko. Back to Martinelli. Here's Leonardo Trossard, who is in behind. He gets past O'Connor superbly. And Leonardo Trossard gets his first goal for Arsenal as he's delighted. But he's delighted to be on the score sheet now is the Belgian international. Desperate for a goal today, probably. And he scores to Leonardo Trossard past anything. And we're level at the City Ground for Leonardo Trossard, who gets his first goal for Arsenal. He's delighted he moved from Brighton and Hove Albion. And he is delighted just his 3rd appearance of the season. Good to see us level after saving that penalty. Zinchenko will have to keep that in. He does very well. The Ukraine internationalist, desperate for a good season probably at Arsenal. Trossard, good turn from him into Gabriel Jesus. Jesus. Gets Blink. Martinelli, Nakata dealt with him. See, Forest have so many new players. Aurier. He comes back to Aurier here. Thomas Partey had to deal with that very well. Here's Gabriel into Granit Xhaka. Good performance, boys, from the lads since we went 1 down here. Martinelli to Trossard, who picks it out to the right for Saka, who I thought went down but he didn't. Saliba's going to have to mark Poulsen again. Well done Saliba. Oh, and he's let it run. Well done Xhaka into Martinelli. Jesus. Leonardo Trossard. Splits it to the right for Saka. 2-1 Arsenal. Just before half-time, Bukayo Saka with his 2nd goal of the season. And a goal and assist today from Leonardo Trossard, who I'm delighted is doing improvements in the Arsenal team. Saka scores his 2nd goal of the season. That's his 2nd of the season. for Bukayo Saka. He scored on the... He scored from the penalty spot at Palace on the opening day of the season in the Premier League to give us the lead, to give us a 2-0 scoreline. That's half time at City Ground. Forest 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 2. So let's see, Brighton winning, Liverpool losing at Spurs, Leicester 1 down to Leeds, West Ham beat Newcastle, my God, Everton drawing with Southampton. But let's see the half-time stats here today. 4 shots each, their dominant possession though. But they did miss a penalty, but since then we have been a very dominant side. Trossard goal and an assist on a rare appearance, surprisingly, but is still doing very well at the club. Zinchenko to Martinelli now already onto Granit Xhaka, now Jesus, an early attack potentially in the second half for Arsenal here. Jesus into Xhaka. Martinelli out to Zinchenko. He's got to beat Aurier, hopefully with a cross he does. Oh, Saka, will he go and win that back? And he does. Oh my God, Bukayo Saka. Beautiful from him there. By Mangala. Forest are desperate to just hook it away and try and get an attack going. Martinelli well in there. Zinchenko will take in towards that area for Saliba. Here's Thomas Partey. Good running from the midfielder. And Gabriel Jesus into Leonardo Trossard, who plays it across. Well, it was Granit Xhaka in the middle. Suarez. That's over the top from over Zinchenko. And down he goes, penalty! Zinchenko went in a little bit too late, I think, and he did. The referee awards another penalty to Nottingham Forest. That's a dive in my opinion. Suarez again against Matt Turner. And Matt Turner goes the right way once more. 4 penalties Matt Turner has faced, including this game, 2 in this game, 2 in the last against Newcastle. He saved every one of them, Matt Turner. He's showing why he deserves to be the number 1 choice. Well, Matt Turner is showing an American national team why he deserves to be an American national team. Saving penalties is what he's got to do. Jesus onto Leonardo Trossard. Bono blocked it. Right, Odegaard's going to come on for Martinelli, and Odegaard will be on. Trossard. He's going to go out wide, and Eddie Nketiah, who scored the winning goal and the winning penalty last time out against Newcastle. By Saka. Eddie Nketiah, good touch from him into the other substitute, Odegaard. Gabriel, out wide from him. Thomas Partey, headed away by Forrest. Danilo hooks it away. Zinchenko will have to beat that man, he does. Great from the Ukraine international. And he beats Aurier to it again. Hennessy held on. More from Hennessy, but Xhaka wins it back for Eddie Nketiah. Who will well beat that man. And it's a penalty to Arsenal again. For the second game running, Arsenal awarded a penalty. Eddie Nketiah won the game last time out. Eddie Nketiah. Hennessy with a save this time, and Eddie Nketiah must have thought he made it 3-1. That's a well good save by Hennessy, don't get me wrong, it's an excellent penalty save. Saka should have probably took it though, as he was still on the pitch. They're all saying, come on, you Reds, or Forest fans. Thomas Partey into Odegaard, who looks over the top for Eddie. Well, Vieira is going to come on, and Emily Smith-Rowe as well will come on. Emily Smith-Rowe didn't go to PSG, thankfully, on deadline day or nothing. But Eddie Nketiah missing that penalty was sad because that could have secured this win. Trossard into Xhaka. It's poor from the midfield, from the captain today. Dennis. Eddie Nketiah has been booked for his earlier challenge. And Eddie Nketiah, it's his own fault. Oh, that's by Xhaka. How the defence going to deal with this? Gabriel got in the way, did Gabriel. Xhaka to Emily Smith-Rowe. Now it's on to Eddie Nketiah looking to make up from his penalty miss earlier. It's gone all the way through for Dennis. But Gabriel blocks it well. And here's Bukayo Saka. Saka up to Eddie Nketiah. And that's full time. And finishes Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal remain unbeaten. Forest still on 1 point. Arsenal move on to 10. A missed penalty from Eddie Nketiah means he has to improve ahead of that Europa League game. Oh my, good wins for West Ham and Everton. A good win for ours on the road anyway.
A quick question.
Every player did their job here at the City Ground. We have to control games better, a lot better. Trossard was absolutely excellent today. It's up to us now, European game before Manchester United. Leipzig, Reece Nelson, just want him to go out on loan, not permanent or anything at the moment. But the European game live at the Emirates tonight against PSV. We've definitely got to try and win the group. Excited. We can't wait. Maybe we'll be playing in the Premier League. Right, guys, just give me a moment. I'll be back. Right, guys, we're back. Super League time. Well, Trossard will start. Martinelli will drop back out. Odegaard, in you come. Going to play Tierney. Zinchenko will start over Thomas Partey. Actually, Thomas Partey will start. Granit Xhaka will be on the bench. And I'm going to play Ramsdale in goal for this game, opening group match. It's a European night. We don't want to lose predictions in the chat, please, guys. I'm going to go... Guys, this is a bit stupid realistic, but I think 5-0. I think we'll absolutely thrash them tonight. We've got to show it, though. It's Europa League night. It's going to be a really, very rainy night tonight at the Emirates. Well, the Europa League is back tonight. We welcome PSV from Holland, and the national teams really emerge. And with the Golf on it era, can Arsenal start positive on the way to winning the Europa League this season? And PSV know this is a big, big night for themselves. Their players hopefully are going to not be ready for tonight. Well, the Arsenal team as follows. Aaron Ramsdale is happy to start. Zinchenko in the midfield. Granit Xhaka is on the bench. Trossard remains in following a great performance against Nottingham Forest. Kieran Tierney also starts this evening in the Europa League. And Aaron Ramsdale's happy to start tonight after being on the bench. Matt Turner in the last two games for us in all competitions has saved 4 penalties from 4 he's faced. So far we've conceded 2 penalties in the last 2 games completely, and both games we've conceded twice, like penalties wise, but Matt Turner has saved all of them. Well, PSV have got a very good squad. They're hoping to do it very well, and Ghazi does start as a very strong looking lineup. But the European adventure starts tonight. Thomas Partey, well won it already. Good to see him available. Tierney onto Leandro Trossard, who is excellent against Forest. It's forward from Tierney. Tierney over the top already from Kieran Tierney for Gabriel Jesus. That would have been a good start, but Benitez saved it well. But very good start to the game from Arsenal on this wet European game in London. Got Manchester United on Sunday here. FC Zurich and Bodø/Glimt. Bodø/Glimt as the yellow group game. Good play, start from PSV here. Gabriel away and Zinchenko gets it away in the end, thankfully for Trossard. Jesus. Oh, and Gabriel Jesus knows what he's all about. Can he really work hard all evening as much as possible? It's Jesus well off target in the end from the Brazilian. So at least already had a strike on target at least, but this is going to be a very classic European game for him. That's well off target in the end from the Brazilian. Never going to trouble Benitez. Forward from Benitez, the ball is spinning in the air. Oh, it's beaten Tierney. The defences are now poor, all sorts now. Unlucky Gabriel Ramsdale, great save by Aaron Ramsdale, who hasn't been involved in the last 2 games. Matt Turner has faced 4 penalties in the last 2 games, 2 in each of them, and saved all of them, but Ramsdale's in the European game as Matt Turner is starting to work hard at Arsenal. Ghazi. I come off Trossard, and Trossard concedes a penalty. It's a blatant handball by the winger. I don't know what he was doing. Ramsdale hasn't faced a penalty this season. It's El Ghazi versus Ramsdale, and Ramsdale does what Matt Turner's been doing recently in saving a penalty. Guys, let me pause quickly. We have faced 5 penalties this season so far, and we've saved everyone, and the team have saved every one of them. So the boys certainly know what they're all about on penalty saving duty. Oh, and Jesus could have got in behind, but he's handballed it. Gabriel Jesus! Zinchenko. That's poor. Ramsdale, he clutched it down well on the goalkeeper, on the surface. Thomas Partey to Odegaard. Bukayo Saka, he will be a threat all evening, I hope. It's in by Saka. Trossard! What a ball in from the right from Bukayo Saka to Trossard, who heads it just wide of the tower. Bounced as he hit it with the header, but just wide. But some ball in from the right from Bukayo Saka. There's some really decent form at the moment. Odegaard onto Saka. Back to Odegaard, the captain. Down he goes. He's down injured a bit. He's down claiming his hurt, and the referee will award something. Is it a red or a yellow? It's just a yellow from the ref. Thomas Partey into the middle, and Odegaard won it well in there. And here's Zinchenko on the edge of the area. Oh, Zinchenko playing in the central midfield area this evening. Headed away. And Saliba won it back. But he couldn't keep it though. Here's Max. Oh, he's beaten Ben White very well there. Here's O'Ghazi. Saliba well blocked. Partey back to Saka. Jesus. Odegaard. Well, it was also Zinchenko who was trying to run beyond the defence. Zinchenko in midfield this evening. Remains scoreless for the time being. How long until a goal's in at the Emirates though? Tierney well blocked. Tierney was pretty poor against West Ham, but has started to prove that he's doubtable. And Chavez to Simmons. 1-0 PSV. And 1-0 to PSV, who are challenging us to finish top of this Europa League group. It's 1-0 to the Dutchman. And the Dutchman gives them the lead. 5 minutes before half-time. Definitely hard. It's going to be a very hard European game this evening. Here's Tierney, all the way up from left back. It's Kieran Tierney. It's gone all the way through Benitez. And Kieran Tierney instantly equalises. Really, how Kieran Tierney, that will be the biggest moment of his career. Scoring at the Emirates. He scored for Celtic a couple of years ago in the Europa League. That was a weak effort. But it still somehow went through Benitez. He fell as he hit it on the left foot, but still went through Benitez and in off the post. Kieran Tierney celebrates his first goal of the season. And he's celebrating in style. As Kieran Tierney, we were only behind for about 2 minutes. Kieran Tierney! The Arsenal fans enjoying their evening. Masina. And it's Chavez to Simmons again. 2-1 PSV. Going into the break, they lead 2-1 against us. It's going to be a real comeback, hopefully. But PSV, Chavez to Simmons, had really ramped up this first half. It's half-time at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, PSV 2. PSV lead against us. I don't mind Livingston, but who cares? 0-0 in the Euro Group game. Martinelli on. Vieira also on. It's going to be a very big European game if there's no any fights. Hold on, Tierney. Onto Martinelli. Jesus. Oh, that's a great turn. And Odegaard there claiming offside. Martinelli's in the middle! And Martinelli has made a huge impact off the bench already with a goal. Odegaard, they claimed offside for the captain, but the captain this evening found his substitutes. And that is Arsenal 2, PSV 2. What a thrilling game this is turning out to be at the Emirates. Martinelli. Great goal there by the Brazilian. Here they come. Martinelli's Tierney won it back. Martinelli looked for Jesus, who did win that ball. And he keeps us going, he keeps us running. Jesus. It's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, Jesus off the bar. Saka. Zinchenko. Very good movement from Arsenal. And Zinchenko with his first goal for Arsenal. Jesus must have thought he found the back of that and didn't. Saka laid off, and Zinchenko put it into the corner. Arsenal have come up from behind on 57 minutes. Lost by them. Martinelli. Zinchenko. Odegaard out to Martinelli. It's in by Martinelli. Nothing given. Martinelli's been a pretty good second half sub. So is that Vieira guy. He's already in to deal with so far. Saka. On to Ben White potentially. Ben White! Down he goes. No penalty kick. Vieira. Zinchenko. Gabriel Martinelli into Gabriel Jesus. Rule out these boys that are on the pitch right now are all very capable of winning a football game in Europe. Gabriel to Gabriel Martinelli. Now it's Vieira. Lays off for Saka, who finds Ben White. Saka. And now it is Vieira! Off the bar, his European debut! But Vieira must have thought he made it 4-2. This game's been a thrilling contest. Who's going to crumble next? Gabriel to Odegaard. Back to Martin Odegaard, who looks for Ben White to beat the defender, and he did beat the defender in the end. It is Ben White, though. It's Ben White! Well off to target from the fullback. The fullback has been Roman. Playing right back, good to see. He got forward really well there, and Ben White. Going to bring on Eddie and Nketiah for Saka, who's very tired. Going to bring on Granit Xhaka as well for Zinchenko, who has got one of our 3 goals. One of our 2 goals that we have actually scored as a team in the second half. Saka off for Eddie and Nketiah. Looks like maybe Jesus might play a full 90 though. Saliba. Oh, Ben White, what have you done? Until offside. Ramsdale has delighted. It was given as offside. Lost by Xhaka. Ramsdale. And Ramsdale have to hold on for now. Tierney, good touch to Granit Xhaka. Odegaard forward. And here's Eddie Nketiah. He missed a penalty at the weekend, but I'm not complaining about it no more. And that's a penalty to Arsenal. It was blocked by the hand today. Eddie Nketiah going in the back of the net. Handball. It's Gabriel Jesus, plenty of power behind that one. And there was plenty of power behind that one from the number 9. There was just some absolute raw power behind that one to put in the corner to score a European goal on his Arsenal European debut. 4-2 Arsenal in 83 minutes. Xhaka into Odegaard. Odegaard, Xhaka's trying to get through there. Martinelli into Vieira. Teddy Nketiah. Vieira look for a through ball. Jesus. Full time whistle is blown at the Emirates. And it finishes Arsenal 4, PSV 2. A very stunning second half of Arsenal. They really knew they wanted to win in the Europa League tonight. Jesus made it through with a great penalty late on. Jesus playing a full 90 tonight from Gabriel Jesus. Callum VR, how are you doing, man? But guys, we are going to have to probably leave it for now. A great first European game in charge of Arsenal. Livingston lost to Fenerbahce narrowly 4-3. But a very good European evening.
Questions for you.
The lad's a tough lad. He played a great game. There is no easy games. Good, how are you? I'm fine, man.
No further.
Have we been drawn in the Carnival Cup yet? Yes, we have. Our way to Shrewsbury. And these two, the other two drew 2-2 in the group opening group game. So okay. Right, guys, we'll see you guys potentially.